So it's been some time now since young Jeezy divorced from Jeannie Mae, and he sat down with the beautiful, lovely Nia Long and opened up about his public divorce from his now ex-wife on this pre-tape podcast with her. So let's take a look at the conversation between Nia Long and young Jeezy.
We haven't talked about is your current marriage and your current situation. And I think it would be unfair to you to not address that in this space where we're being really open and honest. And it doesn't have to be the details of it.
Also, by the way, this video had to be downloaded from TikTok because I can't save videos from Instagram and it wasn't on Twitter. So that's why it's TikTok. Just FYI.
Anything.
Right.
But if you've done all of this work and you've given yourself that grace and you've given yourself that space to grow and you've given yourself permission to love self, right? Then what happens when a man gets to the point where they're just like, okay, I'm filing for divorce?
Integrity intact. I could never say anything that would
Just-
not honor somebody.
Absolutely.
But I can tell you that this has not been a easy journey.
Right.
I can tell you that I'm saddened. I can tell you that I'm disappointed. I can tell you that I'm uneasy, right? But again, like, God has put me in a different path, and that path is going to entail for me to take care of myself and to love myself
Gotta
and to
put
be
you
in
first, man.
the best situation that I can thrive as someone who's been through all the things that I've been through.
It's kind of something you can't explain.
Yeah, you can't. The real thing is like,
From what I take from this is that he's not really trying to go into detail and open up about the real reason why he divorced from Jeannie Mae, which respect to him because it's like there's no need for him to air out that dirty laundry. He doesn't want to disrespect her name. He's like, hey, listen, whatever happened behind closed doors, it didn't work. I wasn't tolerating her bullshit. I wanted things that she couldn't provide me as a woman, so therefore I gotta find somebody else who will. Nothing wrong with that, you know what I mean? Shit, women divorce men all the time for the dumbest, simplest shit. But when a man does it, you got all these let me take that back. You got all these bitter women in the comments that be bitching, moaning, complaining. And the reason why I said black in the first place is because you mainly see black women, our community of women, are the first ones to bitch, moan, and complain on social media. It's like, yo, y'all are giving yourselves the bad look why men don't want to marry black women anymore, why men don't want to marry period anymore. We're gonna see divorce rates go down because men don't want to marry anymore. Marriages are going to fall. You gotta remember, listen, a woman has access to sex, men have access to marriage. We are the ones who gotta get down on one knee. We are the ones who gotta go out and buy that expensive ass ring. We are the ones who have to give you our last name and provide for you, protect for you the best that we can. It's not the other way around. So if you can't bring certain things to the table, give your husband that safe space. You know what I mean? That space for him to be him. Men are gonna want to deal with that shit. The constant disrespect, the back talk, the masculine energy, all that bullshit. Y'all think it's cute because y'all see these celebrities or social media people do it, but they feminine behind closed doors. They submit to their man. They ain't giving them all that bullshit headache. And you think that's the way to carry yourself because maybe you got hurt in the past and you got to be that way to protect your inner self. That's how you keep pushing people away. And that is the number one thing that's going to keep a lot of you women lonely. Point blank, period. And again, we don't know what happened behind closed doors between him and his wife. But he's like, listen, hey, we both wanted two different things. I thought she was this, she wasn't this. So he had to move on. Ain't nothing wrong with it, man. You can only try so much with somebody until they show you who they are. And sometimes it just doesn't work out for some reasons or another.
you know, I don't like to fail in anything.
Me either.
You know,
I don't want to lose. I don't want to fail.
I don't want to fail,
I don't
especially when I know what
you poured in.
right. And you know, as I sit across from you, like I can only be responsible for myself.
Mm.
You know, and I can only, do,
take accountability for you, man. That's it.
what I can do, right? And I
Right.
can't expect someone else to do what I'm doing.
But did you go to therapy with her?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, that's good.
Right.
and it didn't work
So
out.
you actually addressed it,
Right.
tried to work through it, tried to do the work,
And it just didn't work
was
out.
like not happening.
It wasn't progressing.
Well, then you tried.
That's it.
I
man.
don't know about.
That's it. That's all you could do. Hey, I tried my best. I didn't want to lose you. I loved you. But sometimes you feel like the other person ain't giving you that 100% effort that you giving them. And sometimes it just doesn't work out. And it's okay to move on. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it whatsoever.
For you, but for me, it is a switch.
Right.
And when that switch
Is
goes
that what
off,
that was your switch?
go on. Yeah.
Right.
But I had to realize for myself.
By the way, I got to pause this. Nia Long looks absolutely fantastic. I mean, good Lord. I feel like the more she ages, the beautiful she gets. She is just bad. Ooh, Nia. Ooh, Nia Long.
Anything
Good
that
God.
happened in the last, year and a half of my
Right.
life, that shouldn't have nothing to do with me.
Nothing at all.
That's my
That didn't
point
have
of case.
anything
Nothing
to
at
do
all. And the same thing too. Now we gotta hold men accountable for this too. I hold women and men accountable. Her ex-fiance, Ime Udoka, who's now a head coach for the Houston Rockets in the NBA, he fucked up, okay? You out here slinging your dick left and right with an assistant or associate within the Boston Celtics organization, and you got this beautiful woman at home that was planning to buy a house to move to Boston with them as he was getting his career established as a head coach for that franchise. It came out, shit fell through, he got fired. Now he's a coach down in Houston, so obviously best luck to him. But you know what I mean? It's like you shit like that when it goes public. People were looking at like, how could you do that to Nia Long? What the hell is wrong with you? Again, was it something for him? Did something happen between the four walls between him and Nia that caused him to cheat? Maybe, maybe not. We don't know. But the most important thing when you marry somebody is all about commitment, and people lack that important C word. You have to choose that other person every single day over your own selfish needs. If you are not, in peace within yourself, if you don't have sexual discipline, that makes you 10 times unattractive as a man. You got to be able to keep it in your pants, especially when you have a woman that got your back through thick and thin at home, no matter what. Okay, there's gonna be a lot of intimidations and not intimidations, but a lot of, I'll say the word intimidations out there that are going to force you or try to really go at your core to say, damn, you know what, if I tap this, oh fuck this, I could cross it off my list. It'll feel good but for the moment. But the consequences down the line are going to be severe. And he ended up losing his fiance. Now, we got to start over with this relationship. Now they co-parenting. He got to travel back from Houston to wherever Nia Long is and shit like that. So it's just a messy situation that should have never happened. And all he had to do was keep his thing in his pants. Sexual discipline is one of the most important things men need to learn and have up to par with it within themselves, because if you don't have sexual discipline, man, you are a weak man. That's just my opinion. Especially if you are in a relationship.
I was not embarrassed.
Right.
The way that black people stood up for me, and the way that black women were like, oh no, you don't do that to her. I was shocked because I didn't realize that what I had done or what I've done in my career had so much impact.
Yeah, man, listen, everybody loved Nia Long. We haven't heard not one bad thing about this woman. So of course, when you are seen as America's sweetheart and you don't have a bad news out there about you, and you're as pretty, as gorgeous as you are, and you seem like a true, genuine person that cares about other people, they're gonna have your back when shit like this comes out. But let me know what you guys think about this young Jeezy and Nia Long interview, man. Do you agree with young Jeezy's response why he filed for divorce from his wife? He didn't really go into much details, but he said, hey, listen, it didn't work. I gotta move on. I gotta do me. I'm in a good space. Let me know what you guys think. Leave your comments down below. Subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Deuces.